Shoot, I don't even know if my mic is on. I better check that and see. Do I have any sound? Check that and see. Okay, so I do have sound. I hope nobody had headphones on, although nobody's on yet, so that would have been funny. Anyways. Okay. Oh, I have, hey, Andrew, you're on there. Okay. It's a busy night on the Twitches, so I don't expect many people are going to pop in. Hey, Paul. Just a last second impromptu stream. I'm going to work on tuning up the Voron. I'm doing some tuning, so I want to get it printing. I got a few projects I got to get going on it. And I want to print all the clips so I can get my panels built. Why is there another window in front of me there? Let's get rid of that. Why is there that? There's that. There's that. Let's move that thing down out of the way. There we go. Oh, boy. Hey, Apprentice, how are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. A few people popping in. I'm surprised because the Twitches are real kind of busy tonight with some big guys. Getting cold over there. I'm chilly. Our daytimes are great. We're way above normals for our daytimes. Like we're still in the 20s Celsius. So, but it's cooling off in the evenings. It's a little chilly right now. I'm a little bit chilly right now. I don't know if you can tell by, yeah, I'm just a little chilly. But good. I just want to get this tuned up a little bit more. So I thought I'd just pop on and tune it live so I don't have to wait till Sunday to do it. So take advantage when I can. So I am going to start. Let me just home this thing to get that head out of the way there. Boom, 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 boom. Good. We're homed. And then I'm just going to move the Z up. Just so it's up out of my way a little bit. And you're still, what? Oh, there we go. There you go. You just took a second to respond. There you go. So I'm going to, oh, look, this camera stayed where it was supposed to this time. So we did, so anyways, for anybody that was watching earlier, I'm not sure who there, if you guys were on Sunday or not, but I was struggling like heck to get the Calibrate Z to work. Well, I don't know if you recall, there was one moment in time. I actually should look up that video and see if I can actually find the actual moment when it happened. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to see for fun if I can find that. Anyways, I had a crash, kind of a crash. I think that was on the Sunday stream. Let me just double check really quick here. Yeah, that was on Sunday's stream. And if I were to zoom ahead here a bit, did not have a good stream on Sunday. It was not my brightest, one of my brightest moments. I just want to see if I can find the spot. Let's see. Sorry if you're chatting. I can't read chat right now. I'm just looking at here. Actually, what I can do is, and I can see chat at the same time. I'm going to just move this over to the other window. Hey, Chris Mink, how are you? Hey, Jerry, Chris Mink, Jerry. I'm just looking to see if I can find, and let me switch screens. So what I'm doing here, why is that not working? There we go. So I'm just watching my my video from Sunday here a bit. There was a point where there was some major damage done. And I'm trying to think if I can find it. What was I doing there? I was tightening some stuff. It was when I homed at one time. Is it this one? No. Anyways. Let me just zip forward here. No. No. Maybe, I bet any money it was right after I did this. And I bet it was right here somewhere. Hang on. No. Yeah, it was right over here. Okay, I bet it was right here. Now you got to watch to see what happened. It went back and something happened. I believe it was right there. No, wasn't there. Hey, Kenneth. Yeah, that's where it was. So it did happen right there. Okay, right here. So it goes back to home, and it misses the Z the pin for probing Z. And then look, see what it did right there. Whole gantry was going down. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, and ever since that, and that's why I panicked. I got the camera out of the way there. Blah blah blah. Okay, so we can close that window now that we've got that part there. So we reset it and did everything, and I looked at it and I kind of looked at it from the front and said, no, everything's okay. I mean, it was good. It was just just caused the motors to skip and stuff. But then I couldn't get the Calibrate Z to work for the life of me. Anyways, so I was looking, and I don't know what I was doing the other day, and I kind of turned this over and I was looking, and I looked and I thought that hot end looks funny. Anyways, it had done, I don't know how well this will show, but it had done this. Can you see a little bend in the nozzle there? Just a little bend. So that's what it did. It bent the nozzle. The Revo nozzle totally bent it. It's kind of hard to see the bend in it there, but yeah, believe me, that is bent. Anyways, so I took the whole thing apart. Decided, and I had to actually I was able to actually bend this a little bit because I could slip it out of there, and ended up I had a spare 0.4 nozzle from the original. Let me get this. Let me pull this nozzle out. I had a spare 0.4 nozzle from the original beta test of these Revos. I was one of the original beta testers, but I ended up never participating in the program because it got to me from Great Britain. It got to me like 2 days before the beta had ended. So, but if I put this back in here, there's a slight difference in the nozzle. So actually, let me put this on the overhead cam here. So you can kind of see, no, that's not a good camera. We'll do the close-up. So there's the two different nozzles. And there's a slight difference in the tips of the nozzles. So the one on the right on the top was one of the original beta nozzles. And the one on the bottom is the current nozzles, what they're using right now. Now, the one on the top is also definitely not a 0.4. So when I wasn't aware of that, I thought it was a 0.4. So I wasn't getting good results because it wasn't working right. And I don't know anything internal that they changed on the nozzles. So anyways, needless to say, I said, okay, well, let's just go ahead and get another hot end. They weren't that much. So my local guy dropped it off the next day to me. And we put the hot end on here, proper 0.4 nozzle. And then we were able to actually print. Some of you might have seen my initial pressure advanced test print on Twitter, and it looked like garbage. I've since deleted it. It was just nobody responded to it because it looked like crap. But fortunately now, after I put this new nozzle on, we were able to get actually a really decent. Is that going to focus that close? A really decent pressure advanced test here. So with some really good looking results compared to the other one. And I also actually put the Wham Bam sheet on and did it on a smooth sheet. Forget Revo, go Rapido. You can use tungsten V6 nozzle hardened steel. Yeah, but I can't change it with one hand cold. No. Yeah, so the Wham Bam sheet performed well. I haven't scuffed this up with steel wool. I don't think I need to. Maybe eventually I will, depending on what I print on it. But I kind of like the results that I got on this, and so after careful examination of this, that'll give you a little better picture there. After careful examination, I have decided that I'm torn between 0.035 and 0.04. I think I'm going to go with 0.035 because at 0.04, it's just starting to break up on the deceleration there. I think 0.035 is my number right there. So that's what I'm going to go with. But boy, that printed nice. This little chart printed beautifully on here. So 0.045? Are you? No, really? No, 0.045. We got some breaking up going on the deceleration. Am I not looking for the most consistent line? You know? See, so yeah, 0.035. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I decided I should go with. So I'm going to go in and try and find where that goes. I know it goes under machine and it goes under, well, let me find the, here we are here. He doesn't really, the one thing here either, he doesn't really explain well on the Ellis thing if you're new, and because I've sort of seen this before and I've seen other people do it. He doesn't explain really what you're looking for. What he does here is he says, print it, inspect the results, and in the below example, I would choose 0.055, right? So he said, I would choose 0.055, and I'm looking, saying, okay, well, he's choosing the most consistent line, because otherwise he doesn't really explain what you're looking for. So anyway, so we're going to go into our set pressure advance value, and I believe that's under print config, printer config, and I'm just going to be lazy and go Command 5 and go pressure. And I'm going to look for set pressure advance. And pressure advance right here, we are currently set at 0.05. And we are going to change that. Where did I just see? I just lost it. Oh no, we're not. That's maxed out. I've got to. Oh, it's not even set. Okay, it's, well, what the heck? My pressure advance wasn't even activated. We're under extruder. Pressure advance. Okay, that was commented out. I think I need to rerun this with my pressure advance on. Or do I? What do you need? Get upstairs. You're annoying me. I got no food. It's a dog. Should I have had pressure advance right now? This says nothing is turned on for pressure advance. Should that have been turned on to run this test? Ooh. Should not be on during the test. Okay. Okay, good. Well, then that's good to know. So now then I assume that I can uncomment this and pressure advance smooth time. I guess I need to uncomment that. I need to change my pressure advance to 0.035. 35. I think that's as simple as it gets. Now, pressure advance smooth time, default is 0.04. Leave stock. So in other words, leave the default of 0.040 for the smooth time. Okay. So, and we'll change the pressure advance to 0.035. And I think we're good. So I will hit save and restart. So, and I shall peel. I shall peel the pressure advance test off. Let's see how easy it comes off this bed. Ooh, nicely. Look at that. Oh, look at that. All in one piece. I should actually frame that and save it as my first Voron build pressure advance test. Even smells good. Smells like cherry. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're just going to quickly get all these numbers off. There we go. And we will flush these down the inevitable. We'll try and flush them. Static cling, man. Holy static. There we go. We'll give this guy a quick wipe off because I did touch it with my grimy, slimy fingers. There we go. And we'll throw it back on. It's not quite the perfect size, but it works because all my probing and everything happens within the build plate boundaries. So just a little bit of magnet showing on the sides, but that's fine. It works well. Okay, folks and gentlemen and ladies. Oh, we had 9. Now we're down to 6. Oh boy, that's all right. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, so now fine tuning and what to look for. Okay, pressure advance too high, pressure advance too low. So we're going to look for bulging in corners if it's too low, and if it's too high, we're going to get bad corners with gaps. Okay, back to table of contents. So we've done pressure advance, and then the next thing is extrusion multiplier. So let's go to the extrusion multiplier section and see what we got to do here. Again, I'm following the Andrew LS93 tuning guide. Stream Deck update is available. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know, but I will do that later. Okay, extrusion multiplier. You should calibrate your extruder first, which we've done. We have done the E steps. Although I put the new hot end on, it should be the same. No, it's the extruder that's being calibrated, not the hot end. Okay, so we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We should calibrate your extruder, which we've done. And we just did a pressure advance tune. So let's see what it says here. So background, getting the perfect extrusion multiplier is crucial for good-looking prints. There are some tune print examples below. Extrusion multiplier tuning must be done at a minimum per filament brand / type. It may vary by color, roll, depending on how consistent your filament brand of choice is. Some slicers seem to need slightly higher or lower extrusion multipliers than others. Okay, but how many people really calculate extrusion multiplier per roll of filament or color? I don't know if many people do. Maybe they do. But I guess if it's critical print you're doing, you do it. So I found that most ABS falls within the 91 to 95% range, though I have some outliers. Okay. The best method I have found is purely visual tactile. We will print some 30 by 30 by 3 millimeter cubes. Infill 30%, line width 100. Okay, well, let's find the test print folder. Extrusion multiplier cubes. And labeled. Oh, look at all these freaking cubes. Okay, hang on a second here. Let me just continue reading what he said before I jump to conclusions here. Okay, solid Cura. Okay, minimum layer time, steps, super slicer. It doesn't have Prusa slicer in here, but I assume it's going to be similar to super slicer. Okay, anyways, let's go through this. It's probably going to be well worth it just to see. So calibrate extruder. Okay, so see the test print folder. Extrusion multiplier cubes, EM cube unlabeled. Wow, there's a lot of these cubes that he has labeled, and I don't know if I have to print all of them. I don't think so. Oh, those are just different multipliers. So in other words, I guess it depends on what the extrusion multiplier is which cube you print. So if I want to print a 0.98, okay, I get it here. I see what they're getting at here. But how do we find out? It's not confusing at all. Okay, we'll just download the unlabeled cube. Okay, let me download that. Hey, it's Exalter21. Hello, hello. We're just continuing on the Andrew Ellis tuning guide. So we're in the extrusion multiplier stage now. We just finished doing the pressure advance. So I just downloaded the extrusion multiplier unlabeled cube, which is just tiny, tiny thing. And now I'm going to go back and we're going to see. Now we'll print some 30 by 30 cubes. Infill 30%, top layer line with 100. So I'm using Prusa Slicer. So let's go ahead and let's get these off my plate for now. Y'all recognize these, I'm sure. Let me select all and get rid of them. I'll be doing those later. So I'm going to go grab that test file, and that was in my downloads. And there it is right there. Extrusion multiplier cube unlabeled. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and make this window a little smaller so I can flip back and forth for the instructions. So we want 30% infill, 100% line width, top layer, 100% line width. Okay, so let me get on here. So 30% infill. Let's go ahead and do 30% infill. Layers and perimeters, layer height. I think, does he specify any of this? Control F, search top infill extrusion width. Okay. So let's find top infill extrusion width. Top solid infill. Right here. Okay, top solid infill. 100% top infill extrusion width. Top solid, I guess that's it, 100%. Okay. Let's see, don't use Prusa Slicer. Use Super Slicer. You have way more options. I think Elise said to use Super Slicer. Well, his instructions here say Super Slicer / Prusa Slicer, SS/PS. So I think it's going to work in either one, and those settings will be easy to find in both. And I don't, well, I just prefer Prusa Slicer. Elise said to use, he provides the Super Slicer profiles on his main page. Okay, so the profile would already be there. I guess I could do that. There's a calibration built into Super Slicer. Okay, well, I don't have the latest Super Slicer. Let me go see it. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. Supermill Super Slicer G-code generator releases Super Slicer. Late 2.4 edition, the latest. Okay, well, I guess this is the one I want. What's the date on this release? 12 days ago. Okay. And it's not a beta. Pre-release, the Arachne edition. Oh, I should get the Arachne edition. Although, would that not be included in this latest edition, 2.4, if the Arachne edition was 2.4.5.8? Which one should I get? It works on Prusa Slicer. Okay, let me go look for the, okay, so you guys are saying on Elise main GitHub page, notes, my super slicer profiles are located here. Okay, let me go find, I can always, let me go back and let me duplicate this so I don't lose my spot in the tab. On his main GitHub page. Print tuning guide. There's his main GitHub page. PIF profile. Okay, that's a print it forward profile. Backup clicker config. Maybe it's under the print tuning guide. My super slicer profiles are located here. Okay, super slicer. Standard PIF 45 degree, decorative 45 degree, INI. So these are profiles, but yeah. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this live. Let's see. So we have our super slicer. So there's the profiles there, but we have a decorative 45 profile. We have a PIF 45 and a PIF standard. Those are print it forward profiles. Those are for printing parts for the Voron. Decorative, I'm not sure what that is. Now, how are these going to help me with my with the step that I'm on here, which is extrusion multiplier? Use standard. Oops, this one. PIF standard INI, and then there is his profile. How do I download? Where do I want to download the files? Should be able to find somewhere. I think it's back here, or I can go here and I can download a zip file with everything in it, and it'll have the profiles in it. Okay, let's do the super slicer thing, because everybody's always talking about using super slicer, that it's best, etc., etc. We'll do the late 2.4 edition. It's more stable. So let's go ahead and find the download for that. And that is, I'm on Windows. So I am Linux 1804, Windows 64 right here. So we'll download, let's download Super Slicer and see what happens. See if I can figure out how to use it. I used it months ago. And then when Prusa updated their, to their newest version with the, arachnophobia plugin. I know that's not what it's called. I just can never remember the name. I started using Prusa Slicer. So let me get my downloads. We'll try it. So we'll throw this over here on the desktop here. Boom. We'll unzip it. Boom. There's the folder unzipping. Okay. Let's get rid of the zip folder, just so we're not confused here. Let's just do this live. What the heck? And we will images, super slicer. Oh, stoop. That's not the super slicer. That's not what I wanted. That's Alice's profiles. But where's my super slicer that I just downloaded? Did I not? Did it not download? I'm sure I just downloaded it. Oh, wrong window. I don't want that open. That's the one I want right there. 164, 22. That is what I just, oh God, I'm so confused. Okay. I just got too many windows open. Here it comes. It's just unzipping right now. I have way too many windows open. That's my problem. And any second, it should pop up right in here. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There it is right there next to his profiles. Okay, I think maybe now we can get this going. So let's open Super Slicer, see what we've got in here. Super Slicer, Super Slicer console, resources. I think if I just double click Super Slicer, yeah, I don't run. Right mouse click, run as administrator. Well, more info. Oh, there we go. Run anyway. I'm not used to Windows. Trust me, I work on a Mac all day. Okay, so running Super Slicer. Is this an app? Oh, this is going to install it, right? What is Super Slicer console? They're both the exact same file size. Let's see what happens. Oh, you're waiting for me to tell you something, aren't you, Windows Defender? Do you want to allow this app? Yes, I do want to allow this app to do whatever it wants to do. Okay, so Super Slicer, boom, there we are. Super Slicer is opened based on Prusa Slicer 2.4. Okay, bottom bar, EXE, yeah. Okay, here we are, Super Slicer. Let's go ahead and make it full window. Let's go ahead and find some configurations. Actually, we got to import his, don't I? So import config. So I'm going to go to my desktop and find the Ellis PIF Profile Master, Super Slicer, and the standard PIF standard open. And there we go. Okay, so we have a... Oops, my picture's in the way. Get your face down out of the way, Mr. Timothy. Okay. Hey, non-fam. Okay, so we have a PIF standard INI Voron. Now, do I have a Voron? I have 01, Voron 0, Voron 0. I got to put my Vorons in here. So we got to configure configuration wizard, I think. Yeah, we'll install the latest configuration available. There we go. Voron V2 300 V2 300 millimeter Mobius family. No, I don't have Mobius. Okay, so we want a V2 300.4 nozzle. I'm also going to put a 0.6 nozzle in, and I'm also going to put a 0.8 and a 0.3 because I think that's the nozzles I have with the Revo. And I think we're good. Next. And we're good for now. And we'll finish. Okay, I don't know. We don't want any cubic. We want Voron. Okay, where did they go? Voron 2300 afterburner 0.4 nozzle. There we go. That looks more like it. Uncheck the V01. I've got the 01 though. Why would I want to uncheck the V01? Okay, and then now this is now how do I get back to his profile, to Ellis's profile? PLA. See, but I seem to now see this is what confuses me even in Prusa Slicer, is I brought in those profiles from Ellis there, but they don't seem to be here anywhere. Let's try it again. It doesn't matter if I re-import them, and you guys are probably going, "Oh crap, what's he doing?" Blah blah blah. I just want to do that. PIF standard. PIF standard H right there. So, but user presets is that, but yet if I go to my Voron 2 profile, it's going to change this. So, physical printers. I don't have it set as a physical printer. Yeah, this is what confuses me about this. You import a profile. I want that profile to apply to this printer. Read chat. The highest drop box, top. Go slower. Top drop box, top bar. Top bar. Oh, right there. Oh, so I can go with my Voron 2300. Oh, and then the PIF is, oh, it's right up there. Okay. Sorry, guys. PIF standard ABS. Well, I'm not going to run my tests with ABS. I'm running PLA, so that's fine. 100% 0.96 extrusion multiplier. 215 degrees and 60-degree bed. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I got to fix my filaments. This whole thing is very confusing to me. I know now that I have to when I go into a filament, I can basically unlock it from where it is, and it'll be available everywhere. That's something I've learned recently. So, okay, so now let me pull in then. Click the filament setting tab, filament settings tab, filament settings tab. Yes. Okay. And then you're going to say, so we have PLA, we have an extrusion multiplier of 0.96. We have 215 on the filament, 65 on the bed. That's fine. I want the bed a bit warmer anyways. Yeah. Top left drop down, basic PLA Voron. Oh, right there. Okay. That's where we're looking, basic PLA Voron. Okay. Is this the same in Prusa Slicer as well? It must be. So there's our PIF standard ABS, and then here's our basic ABS for Voron, PET-G for Voron, and PLA for Voron. Okay. So now, do I need to save that basic PLA Voron copy? No, I don't. Interesting. Yeah, I got to fix my filaments for sure. Now turn the temp for my PLA. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm using, I'm finding 210 and 60, 210 and 6. Actually, I'm going 70 on the bed. I know it seems warm for PLA, but it's cold down here, and the bed is not heating up fully to temperature. I know that for a fact. So I'm going a little hotter on the bed, and I'm going 210. I will save that as a copy. That's fine. I'll rename that later. But we're starting at a multiplier of 1 right now. Now, again, with this test, okay, I'm just going to keep reading that test anyways. 205 and 65. Yeah, I go 210 on my filament, 210 to 215, depending on what I'm using. And if I'm using matter 3D PLA, I use 215 to 220. So, okay, let me get that. Let me get that cube. Let me go back to this. Let me get that cube. Just plop the cube on here. Why did you not go? Come on, get in there. Why are you not? Oh, because you're stupid thing. Okay. After tune, then you set it to 95 or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so why am I not able to drop a model into here? Or is this a super slicer thing? What did I do? We have Voron 0.4 nozzle afterburner set. We have basic PLA Voron. We have a PIF preset. 3D view. And I should just be able to drag and drop my model, but I can't. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Jeez. Okay. Do I have to go file open project? No. Downloads. Let's just see if that brings it in. It does. So why won't my EM extrusion multiplier cube come in? That's weird. Yeah, I know you can drag and drop. Save the printer and then run it normally. For some reason it's not letting me bring this model in. Let me put it back in my downloads folder. And let's just see if I can, just out of curiosity, if I can open it this way. I know I should be able to drag and drop. Oh, come on. But it wasn't letting me drag and drop. It's not even friggin' showing it. So there's obviously a problem with that file. Okay, just stop. Let me just breathe. It won't work if I run as administrator. Oh. Why is that? Okay, well, let me close it. No, I don't need to save that. Let me start it up again. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, well, all our settings are still here, except up here, we got to change this to. Okay, well, let me see now. That's weird that you can't drag and drop if you run as administrator. Okay, but who am I to argue, right? Okay, so let's have a look. There it is. Okay, I did not know that. Did not, because Windows permissions. Windows, yeah, Windows has all these stupid things that it likes to do to piss us Mac users off, because it should just work. Okay, let's see what he says here. So, okay, top infill extrusion width. Okay, top infill extrusion, 100%, he says to go. And it was set at 103. Come on, stop. It's my friggin' fat fingers. Okay, top infill extrusion, 100%. Okay, bottom layers 2. Bottom solid minimum thickness. Minimum shell thickness to 0. Bottom layers 2, minimum shell thickness to 0. You don't think I'm using Elise? Ellis. I'm using the Ellis tuning. This one here, up top. So is that not the right one, or is it Elise a different one? ELISSE. Or is there just a spelling thing? No, I think I'm on the right one. Oh, the top drop box. Oh. Oh, right here. Okay, well, where the frig did it go? I love this. I love this. I love this. It's not here. Okay, maybe I didn't save it when I close it. Maybe I didn't save something. Okay, let's import it again anyways. Whatever. What the heck? Let's just discard all that shit. Okay. Let's just do it again. Now I don't remember the name of the folder. Shit. I think it was damn it. Shut up. Go away. It's called at least PIF. Okay. You ever regret going live? No, just kidding. Ah, damn it. Desktop, Elise. There it is right there. There it is right there. And there's standard there. Okay, here we go. Fine. Okay, now we'll switch to my printer Afterburner 0.4 nozzle. We're going to go back into the basic VLA, and then we have our PIF right there. Okay. Whew. I didn't save my settings. Yeah, that's probably what I didn't do. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do all that right now. Let's just save what I'm doing here. Okay. So now let's see where we're at. Okay, so you wanted top. Sorry, guys. I'm just going back and forth because I'm just freaking can't even remember and think here. Top infill extrusion width. So that should all be, so all this you're saying should be set. Now having this okay, go to it. Oh, come on. So 100% that is set. And I'll just check one more to make sure. Bottom solid min thickness and shell thickness of 0. I'm not from. There's so many. That's the thing, and that's the other thing I got out of Super Slicer for is because there's so many friggin' things to look at. So everything should be set basically is what I guess what I'm gathering here. Bottom solid min thickness. Yeah, I got Super Slicer now, but man. Right there. So see the bottom. Okay, solid layers. See, it's not all set because it says here minimum shell thickness or will override this. Bottom layers 2. Minimum shell thickness. Bottom solid min thickness. Directly below bottom solid min thickness. Just. This is so different looking than Prusa Slicer. Minimum shell thickness 1, and I think he wants that set to 0. And bottom layers 2. Bottom layers 2. Minimum shell thickness 0. Okay. Yeah, I'm just following the rest of the instructions. That's all I'm doing, and I'm trying to. I think the problem is I'm trying to rush it, and I shouldn't. Because I've got people watching, and I don't want to bore you all, but I need to take my time here. So we've got bottom layers 2, minimum shell thickness 0. Top layers as many as you can fit, and still have at least 2 layers of infill. about 12 with a 0.2 millimeter height. Okay. What are we at for? Where's my height? We have 4 perimeters. Wall thickness 0.76. Where is my, man, this is so different. Oh, right there, 0.2. It's under slicing. Okay, these things are just different on the left here a little bit for me. Okay, so it said 12. So I got to do some quick math here. I'm running 0.2, so about 12 to at least 2 layers of infill. So we'll go with what he says with 12. 12 top. I think this is what that is. Top layer's 12. And then let's see what else. Otherwise. Okay, if using layers, you may not want to scale the cubes up and see. You may want, no, I'm not using thick layers. Okay, so we're going to go 12 top layers. Okay, 2 bottom, 0. Minimum shell thickness top 1. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking it easy. I'm just going here step by step here. Top infill pattern, monotonic filled. Ensure ironing is disabled. So top infill, monotonic filled. Infill. What the heck? Solid monotonic. Monotonic filled on the top. There we go. So it is monotonic filled. Ensure ironing is disabled. Do they have ironing in Super Slicer? I don't know. Ironing. Let's just see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so ironing is off. Okay, good. So ensure ironing is off. It is off. Solid infill speed, your profile's normal value. Okay, we're not going to touch it. Top infill speed, low, moderate. Solid infill, top infill speed, 60 millimeters. Okay, 60 millimeters for top infill speed. Where's my speed? Top infill speed. Solid, sparse, top, 60. It's already set. Okay. Minimum layer time 0. Layer time goal. Okay, minimum layer time 0 in Super Slicer, layer time goal and filament cooling settings. Layer time goal and filament cooling settings, and we want that to be 0. It's in filament cooling, layer time goal 0. Okay, got that. Okay, layer time goal 0. Fan speed moderate to high. This depends on your particular setup. Okay, what do I have? What's my fan speed set at in here? 100, that's high. It says moderate to high. Okay, that's what I use for PLA anyways. 300 millimeters on all. 300 millimeters per second on all. Are you looking at in speed 300 millimeters on all of these? But that's not what he's telling me to do. He doesn't talk about speed. Let me have a look and see. I don't want to jump the gun. Set the test cubes with variations of 1 to 2 EM. Steps. Oh, so now I get to do some interesting stuff here. Okay, steps. 1 to 2% extrusion multiplier. Set your extrusion multiplier to 1 in the filament settings, which it is. The per object extrusion multiplier settings are multiplied by this value. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the extrusion multiplier was set to 1 It is. It's set to 1 already. He's screwing with me. Oh, stop it. You guys, don't you realize how stressed I am as it is? Super Slicer is an open source fork of Prusa Slicer. Whatever Prusa Slicer has, Super Slicer has it plus more, plus 2 weeks delay. So Super Slicer is better than Prusa Slicer. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, you know what? I got to get used to it. I think I'm just lazy sometimes. You're kidding. Set it to 500 on all. Oh, yeah, you're kidding. Okay. Anyways, thank you for lightening it up a little bit. That's good. Okay, so import the cube STL, right click on it and select add settings filament. Okay, add settings filament. Okay, so right click on the cube. So here's our preview. Zoom in. Let's go on the cube, right settings filament. Where the fuck is filament? Add settings filament. Okay. I'm going to learn all this shit. I don't give a shit what it takes. Check extrusion multiplier. Set your EM for each test cube. Okay. Extrusion multiplier. Apply. Was I supposed to do that? Hang on. Add settings. Filament. Extrusion multiplier. Apply. Okay, now what's he say here? Set your extrusion multiplier for each test cube. Filament. Okay. Oh. Should I have imported more than one test cube then? Should I be importing a bunch of cubes? I think that's what I need to be doing. The hell? Okay. Okay. But FRFR travel 350, it will help in your opinion, travel. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Set for your EM for each test cube. So basically, I only have one test cube on here. Add settings. Oh, this is kind of like a, right here. This is kind of like a extrusion multiplier 100. I see. So I need to import multiple cubes. Okay, so what I need to do then is, yeah. Yeah, okay. This kind of makes sense to me then. I need to go into, where did I download that? Was it here I downloaded it? No, that wasn't here. Where did I get those cubes? Where were those cubes? Let me scroll back up here and find the test prints folder and extrusion multiplier cubes. Actually, we're just going to go back. And labeled. Is there a way to download them all? Source. No. Is there a way to download them all at once? Or I should just maybe take a few. Like we've got the one already. I can make the unlabeled one. I should go, so listen to this Excelter. They're in the top. There's a tab called Calibrate. There's one for Extrusion Multiplier. They're in the top. It's a tab called Calibrate. Okay. Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. Okay, in the top. calibration, extruder retraction, filament temperature, filament flow, bed leveling, calibration cube. Okay, I don't see extrusion multiplier in the top. So there's calibration, introduction, bed, extruder leveling, filament flow, filament temperature calibration, extruder retraction calibration, bridge flow ironing pattern, and calibration cube. I don't see extrusion flow. Okay. Filament flow. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okay. Well, why didn't his instructions tell me this? You need to do a bed level calibration before this one. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so these test prints will print 5 test samples with various levels of flow. You can choose a flow difference between each step. You should start with the 10% one. After verifying the result with the help of the table below, you'll have a modify filament extrusion multiplier in your filament preset. If the -20 is the best, change the multiplier from 1 to 0.8. Okay, don't forget to save it afterwards. You can continue with the 2.5 step if you want a bit more precision. Okay, so let me just, okay, I found it. So, okay, cool. Generate 2% intervals below current value, generate 10% intervals below. So I guess 2%. Oh, God. This is actually kind of cool that it's built in. Okay, so I can theoretically, I can, okay, don't look at the surface quality of the letter. This should only be good at 0. Okay. Okay, so I should pick, so do I want the 2% or do I want the 10% intervals? Should I go to the 2% or 10%? Meantime, real quick, what I'm going to do while we're discussing this is I'm going to just pop in. Is it here? Yeah, I'm going to pop in here and just get the bed warmed up because the bed takes a little while to warm. Nozzle, I'm not worried about so much. Okay. $2%? Okay. Creating a new project while the current project is modified. Do you want to save the changes to EM Cube unlabeled? No. No. So what did we load? Okay, so we loaded a few things. -2, -4, -6, -8. Okay. So basically, I just print this, is what I do. Where I have the right, and we have the basic Voron PLA. We have my temperatures, make sure everything is still the same. 210, 70, yeah. So everything else is the same. Okay. Oh, and I see over here what it's done. So this is all the variations over here of what it's going to do on a per cube basis. Okay, that is slick. That's a little easier than following those other instructions through. And, you know, this is quicker. Okay. The only thing I'm not sure is my print start. Okay, so it's going to calibrate the extruder anyways and print in. So everything else in here is good. I should just be able to slice this and send it to the printer. Are we already sliced? Hang on a minute here. Sliced preview. Oh, here we go. So there's no slice button down here. And let me, first of all, before I do anything, go to my printer. Let me go here and let me go. Does this have Voron? No, it's got to be Octoprint. Oh, Clipper. There it is. 10.0.0.222. Test it, and we're okay. Perfect. So I can connect to my printer fine. Type here, enter the name for your device. This is going to be Voron 2.4 DWIT. It's fine for me. Okay. Looks like you beat the Z offset. I'm going to have to watch from the start to catch up. Stephen, the Z offset thing I beat was yesterday. I know you're late on here, but what had happened, the reason I couldn't get the Z offset is because, here we go, because there was damage done when I had that misaligned homing and the nozzle was bent. There was no way on earth I was going to ever do that. So I replaced the hot end in total. I replaced the whole hot end, and it fixed itself like that. So bent nozzle. Yeah, I'm head blocking. You're head blocking. What am I head blocking? Head blocking. Okay, so here we go. Oh, there's the slice button. It automatically sliced it, I think, before. Okay, so now we should be able to send it. Flow calibration upload. Okay. It's very quick. So now it should be ready to print. There it is right there. I didn't even realize that I had my files here. I don't have to put a G code. Ooh. Ooh, look at that bed. Look at that height map from my last I mean, it's not bad. I still have that peak in the middle. Although it's in the white, so it's very, 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 very minor peak. I say that's a piece of the coating on the bed that had, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and print this flow calibration thing. So, and I will ensure that that the Z offset is, or that the configuration Z is working good. It should be fine. Flip it. Flip what? Flip it. Oh, flip that. This. You're saying flip this? Flip it. See how far can I flip it? It's not bad though. I mean, if you look at the difference, it is. It is, well, according to this graph, it's in the white. So it is like 0.01 something millimeters, which is like it's like a fart. Anyways, yeah, watch it for baby stepping. I will. You should do a purge line to begin with. I don't know if this will do a skirt. I usually do a skirt, and I don't think there was a skirt set up on this. No, there wasn't. So I could add a skirt, I suppose, but it's printing. We'll go. The purge line should be fine. Variance is 0.199 on the right-hand side. Oh, is it? Is that where it shows? Let me see. I'm still a newbie at this shit, so hey. Variance is right there, 0.199. So that's 1/10, almost 2/10 of a millimeter. That's like, hey, you do it. How are you? You're new. Have I seen you here before? You do it. If I haven't, you better subscribe to me. But hey, welcome. Thanks. Okay, that's 2/10 of a millimeter. That's like the thickness of a sheet of paper or less. I see. It's not bad. But then again, that's what the mesh leveling takes care of. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Let's keep a close eye on her. Oh, the bed warmed up quick. Here we go. We are going to quad gantry level. Psst. I got to get my sides put on, so I can't do that. Oh, okay. Well, I got to check and see. Once I get my sides on, and yeah, exactly as Kenneth. Once I get my sides on and do it, it'll be different. I mean, at least it's not one of those. I don't think a visual you can the human naked eye can picture 0.199 millimeters. Seal it up to heat soak it, yeah. I mean, if I pulled what one of little hairs I have left on me, that might be 0.199 millimeters. It's going to go around once more. I got to get a nozzle brush on this too. Don't have to, but I'd like to. That'll be one of my upgrades. Although I've already got a stealth burner and a clicky probe for an upgrade, so not bad. I got to print my clips. I've got my 2 size clips figured out for my panels. Go pick it up again. Oh no, you're going to home one more time. Then you're going to do the calibrate Z. I guess I could speed this part up a little bit, couldn't I? It's going pretty slow, but I guess slow and accurate. Oh, only 5 people left. Cool. You guys are troopers. $70 Celsius, no problem. Okay, cool. And my tolerance there was 0.006 on the Calibrate Z. 0.006, not bad at all. Now we're doing our mesh calibration, and then we should get a good print going. Then I think, got to read the guide, but we definitely have to do resonance testing as well. Where did I put that kit? Where did I put that? Man, I got too much junk. I got to clean this place up. Oh, there it is right there. There it is. It's my input shaper toolkit. We're going to have to do input shaper. Then I got some stuff to print. You're still there and wanting to build a Voron. Yeah, they're addicting though. I still got to finish my 10.1. It's not, I got to finish the hot end on it. But this kind of took over. I should run my banner here real quick. Do I have that banner set? There we go. I'll run that ticker for a little bit just to give LDO a shout out here. Those vibrations that you might hear is the board that this is on. If I settle the board down, the vibrations go away. It's just, I think it's a lazy Susan picking up the vibrations. So when I do the input shaper, I have to actually take it off of this board. Okay, probe samples exceeded sample tolerance. Extruder not hot enough. What? Let's do it again. Something happened there. That's the first time that happened. Okay, we'll try it again. It'll be a while before I do input shaper, yeah. You have to heat soak, tighten everything down, then more heat soak, stabilize it for a week, and then do input shaper. Damn it! I got to do some prints before, anyways. These clips all turned out great. So because they're not that high, and so what if it's not 100% perfect? They'll do their job, but I got to decide what color I do them in. Okay, let's do this. That shouldn't have failed, and I don't know why that failed. Extruder not hot enough. The extruder's heating up to 168. Huh. Yellow clips, yeah. Yellow and black, maybe, right? Like, because there's 3 parts to this clip. Where's the opening? Right here. There's 3 parts to this clip. So when it's closed, it's going to kind of be like that. Maybe like yellow, gold, and black. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to play with that. Bumblebee. Yeah, yellow and black. That's what we'll name. This Voron needs a name, right? So we can call it the bee. The bumblebee. Now, if you come back with another error saying the hot end is not hot enough, you're at 168. You're basically at pre-extrude temperature, so you don't stick out filament when you're doing your calibrate Z. Bumblebee. I can put big plate right here in the front, says Bumblebee, have it black with yellow writing. It's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. We're going to do something about this. Don't like that screen. I want the bigger one. Okay, so you passed there, 0.02. You passed the calibrate Z. Now you just got to get the mesh. Why did the mesh fail? Don't give me any crap about the hot end not being hot enough. You worked perfectly well last night. Super B. Center in black, rest in yellow. Okay. So this centerpiece here in black and the rest of the clips in yellow, that would look good too. Yeah. And then I'll use black filament on the ends so that the yellow has just little black dots. Laugh out loud, yellow jacket, LOL. Super B. Transformer Autobots logo. Oh. Do I have a vinyl cutter? Do you know what business I'm in? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. For the back, right up in here. That's a fabulous idea. Minimum temp config is 170. Oh, you're kidding. Well, I'll have to change that then in the macro if this fails again. It worked last night fine for my pressure advance test. So maybe it's a little, I don't know. That's weird because it's at 168. If I have to bump it up to 170, maybe that's what I got to do. Although, as I say, it worked last night. If we get another fail here, I'll do it again. I'll bump that temperature. So many things to know. I mean, it's probing normally. Okay, come on, don't fail. Do not fail. No, we're good. It worked. You must have just, I don't know, hit an anomaly or something last time. Okay, we're going to warm up to print now. And you're going to warm up to 210, right? There we go. Here we go. Oh, that's a great idea, Kenneth. Transformer Autobots. That would be the Bumblebee, right? Yeah. Let's see if we can find an image of it. Ooh. Oh, that would be cool. Okay, here we go. Let's just see this layer. Okay, the purge line looks fine. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a good layer. Okay. Yeah, we got good squish. Perfect. And you know, when I switched to this bed from the textured bed, I didn't change anything. So this config Z is working fine. Voron Bumblebee. I like that, Kenneth. We're gonna do that. Yeah. So the clicky probe with the configs, the calibrate Z is working like it should. Perfect. Here, let me grab the. Let me throw a camera on here for you guys. So you can see what's going on here. Let me just. That might be a bit high. Yeah, let's see here. That light's a bit bright on the hot end, but hey. I wonder, actually, I could probably. Let's see if I turn that off. I believe that'll go off while I'm printing. There it is. It's not. It's not good. Let's turn it back on. It's too dark without it. At least this way you can kind of see what's going on. Oh, Voron Bumblebee. Oh man. See, I love these ideas. That is great. That's going to look cool. I can definitely print a vinyl decal for it. I can print the full color vinyl decal. I don't have to do cut vinyl. There's that. What else was I just going to look at here? No, I think we're good. So this will automatically adjust the extrusion multiplier for each piece, is what I'm gathering. Come on. Oh. There we go. I got butterfingers. Camera makes it look terrible, but it's printing beautifully. So the heated chamber and everything, I should be able to print nylon on this, no problem. I've got a couple requests for some gears from customers, and they want them done in nylon. And I think I could do nylon carbon fiber, but I'd love to get the obsidian before I run any nylon through this hot end. Well, I'll have to get the obsidian. I don't want to kill my Revo nozzles. So what am I going to name my trident? I should do the trident as another transformer. Oh, one done. One and done. Gray, black, and a little bit of purple Megatron. Cool. So here we go. There's the 1. That's the -8. So I've just got to look and see what I'm looking for. Once these are done, actually, I should read a little bit of that while these are printing. Let me go back to the calibration flow. Let's just read this. The flow you want to choose is the lowest that does not create gaps in the top surface. In this example, it seems that the good flow is below +20, so you have to change your extrusion multiplier to 1.2 in this example. Okay, +20. I get it. So basically what you're saying is how much filament you have to push to get your top surface to look good without gaps, and you don't want it to be too bulgy, basically, without, I guess, top elephant footing or whatever you want to call it. Is there such a thing as top layer elephant footing? Maybe not. 50% brightness on the LEDs. I don't even have my case LEDs on yet. I don't know if the macro lets me. Let me see. My macro says status leveling. I can change the status on it and it'll help it. But no, I don't see a percentage. I could actually probably find a macro for that. Let's see if I put my case lights on, if it makes any difference. Let's see if you can see them. They came on, made a little bit of a difference with the case lights on. Three-part transformer that made a camera. Reflector. Cool. Trident, maybe Poseidon. Well, we got a little ways before that happens. Maybe November, December, so we'll see. Okay. So when that's done, I want to look for the print. I want to look for the lowest number that does not create gaps in the top surface. Don't look for the quality of the letter. It should be only good at 0, which makes sense. Okay. And as it's for the flow, we calibrated the bed height. Here, going with 20% flow should lower the bed a bit. Redoing the bed level calibration. Second step, starting from 20%. I see. Okay. Not good, not good, almost good, good, but has some irregularities, and good. Interesting. You have to change the extrusion multiplier for the filament you calibrate for and save it. Formula for the new extrusion multiplier. New multiplier equals 100 plus chosen number divided by 100 times old multiplier. Well, that's just basic math. If it's -10, you're going to go 0.9 because you're 10% less than 100, than 1. Okay. Second step, I choose 0.5 plus 5, so I have to take, okay, I see. Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting this. Advice. Before doing this test, calibrate your extruder, which has been done. Remove the extruder Bowden tube. Yeah, we've done this. See, everybody calibrates. Everybody does their E-step calibration different. I want to get a camera. I want to put a camera in the chamber here, and I want it to be, forgive the movement, but I want to have a camera kind of up here that's kind of pointing just like this for this. Either that or somewhere, but I've got a couple extra, somewhere up like this. I have a couple extra Logitech cameras, and I was reading on how to convert it to mount up onto the 2020 Extrusion. If you get this 2.4 to behave, you plan on either a rat rig or a Trident. The 500 rat rig is really calling to me. Is it? You mean this one? Right here? I thought I heard it. I swear I thought I heard it calling your name, Stephen. I really did. The webcam mod, yeah. I'll probably do that eventually because I've got, I don't know where they are, but I've got, I'll be able to find them, but I got two cameras I'm not using now, the old Logitechs. And they're perfect because I've replaced all the Logitechs. Well, other than this one, the Brio that's running, the one you're watching right now is the Brio. And I won't do that one. So we're on the minuses right now. We're doing a -8, -6, -4, -2, and a 0. We're not doing the pluses. We're not doing any pluses right now. Oh, I see. The second step starts from +20. Oh, okay. That's when you generate the 10% intervals. Okay. So you do this test twice, basically. You do it twice. So the first step, you find your best number. The second step, you find your best number. And then you end up with your final extrusion multiplier. Okay. Okie doke. So you want the Angry Cam USB. Is that what I want? Angry Cam USB. The only thing with the cam mod, it's great, but I don't know enough about networking. And virtual private network, VPNs, or whatever it's called. Anyways, I have no clue. So if I do have a camera up here and I start a print and then I go to work in the morning, I have no clue how I would get into my internal network here to actually view my print happening from outside my home network. So that's a whole other ballgame. I used to be into computers and all that stuff, but I just gave up. Too much to learn. So basically, this extrusion multiplier I'm doing right now is basically good for this filament. So theoretically, if I change filaments, I should be doing an extrusion multiplier test for the new filament I changed to. Basically, I guess you could do it brand to brand. And then you need one for PLA, one for ABS, one for PETG, one for nylon, etc. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now, I could actually generalize and say, okay, this is my extrusion multiplier for PLA. I don't know if I want to get so fussy because I have about 9 different brands of PLA here, maybe even more. I don't want to have to take every brand of PLA and say, let's do it. I mean, I guess theoretically you should, but that'll take forever. Never get anything printed. But this will give me a general idea that, hey, for PLA, at this temperature, and the speeds will be consistent because of the the profiles, but at this temperature for PLA, you can use this extrusion multiplier. So whether it be 0.96, whether it be 1.2, and then again, that'll change if you put a 0.6 nozzle on. Your extrusion multiplier is going to change again. Yeah. It's an approximation. It's just like you see some people are saying, print a temperature tower for every filament you use. Well, again, do one for PLA, do one for, but then again, with every different brand of filament comes little, some brands will string, some brands don't. And it depends on the printer. It could drive you nuts. Can you imagine if I had to go around to all 9 of my printers and do a extrusion multiplier calibration test for 9 printers for, several brands of filament? Like, that would just be like, no. As I say, if it's a specific customer job, if I'm doing a job for a customer and extreme high quality is a must, then yes, I'm going to take that filament that we end up using, and if it's one I don't already have, I'll take that filament and do all these calibration tests to make sure I get the exact perfect print. But most of the people I do work for, it's just like, here, can you print this out? I got this off Thingiverse or blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. In theory, with the diameter not changing, it should be constant enough to not show a noticeable difference. Exactly. Hey, Zenbender. Whereas if I go to a 0.6 nozzle, then I'm changing the diameter of the filament. So yes, I'm going to have an extrusion multiplier number for the 0.6 nozzle or a 0.8 nozzle that'll be different than the 0.4 nozzle. That just kind of makes common sense. So now, but my confusion here is now this tells me that I'm running one test now. So I am running the test that's going to give me a 0 at -2, -4, -6, -8. And I think I need to run the next test, which is a 10% interval, which is going to run the ones that are going to go +20, +10, 0, -10, -20. And then on the second one, we multiply those numbers a little different to come out with our final extrusion multiplier. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Friendship Lights. Did I say hello earlier? Or you just came on. Well, hello. And did I say hi to Zenbender? Hello, Zenbender. So we'll get this going. And I think even before I do my covers and my input shaper, I've got to get those. I want to get my cover clips printed. Well, I have to get my cover clips printed before I do my covers. So I just need to figure out a count of how many clips I need. Apparently it's like, do I want them on the top? I guess I want them on all the panels because it makes it easier to get them off. So, and I think there's 3 per side. So there's 3, 2, 4, 6. 4 6s are 24. 36. About 36 clips, I guess. And the sides are different than the, look at the 270-degree hinge. Is that for the doors? Is that from the same maker that made these clips? Search Voron registry. $270-degree clamping hinge. User mod. I'm in the wrong spot. Oh, it's on printables. There's a 270-degree crampling hinge on printables for Voron. Voron registry. These are cut door panels. Okay, we're going to look for that after. Yeah, 3 on the left and right, 1 top and bottom, center. So 8 clips per side. Okay, so that's 8 per side times 3 sides is 24, and then the doors. Okay, we have this finished. Let's have a peek. Let's get this camera out of the way. Oh, let me just look at that link you just put there. I want to see. Oh, perfect. Okay, we will really quickly go bookmark this tab in my 3D printing folder. There we go. So we got that bookmarked in case it closes on me. I got so many tabs open right now. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay. Jeez. They all look good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me get a camera on here, see if you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Whoops, get out of the way, wire. So what it says is that I want to find the lowest flow that does not create gaps in the top surface. Okay, so I don't see gaps in the top surface anywhere on these. Let me just pick this up. I wonder how close I can get this. Oh, this gets pretty close. There's 8. Actually, it's easier to look at through the camera, to be honest with you. So there's 8, minus 8. Minus 6 is lower than minus 8. Minus 4. Then we have 0. And minus 2. Holy crap. I guess I can kind of see gaps in there. What's 0 look like? That's just the top surface. There's not really gaps. Yeah, minus 8. Okay, so I definitely see some gaps there on minus 8. Because that would represent a 92%, a 0.92 extrusion multiplier. That would represent a 0.94. And I don't see, well, maybe on the bottom left there's some gaps there. This would represent a 0.96. And again, is that considered gaps? Man, this would represent a 0.98 multiplier. And this would represent a 0.1 multiplier, or a 1. Yeah. 0.94, 0.96, so somewhere in between. Like, yeah, that's very, very close. 0.94 right there. I mean, that looks pretty clean, and the circle's clean. It says to ignore the number, which, yeah, we ignore the number, but that looks in that corner I'm not worried about, but that looks like a pretty decent top surface as far as that goes. Okay. So 0.94. Okay, we'll go with 0.94 on that one. But apparently I got to run a second test. So 0.94. And then it says, so let me just quickly pop these off of here. Oh, I love the bottom surface, man. The bottom layer is nice. Could actually maybe be a little closer, but it's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it could possibly. That's just because it's on a flat surface too. But there's the. Are you gonna focus, or are you gonna make me? Yeah, it's got good squish on it. And the layer adhesion's good on it too. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we said 0.94. Number 6. Yeah, 0.94, which is number 6 makes it 0.94. Okay, 0.94, 0.95. They're both close. So, come on. So that was easy to calculate with the formula for sure, okay? Because that represents, if you're going with 6, a minus 6, you're going to be, that believe me, that works out to 0.94. Now the second step shows a plus 5, so you have 100 plus the 5 divided by 100 times 0.9, which is where you're at, equals 105 times 0.9 equals 0.9456. Well, when we're finished, that might bring it back to that 0.95. But that means printing this one now. But no, why do I have to print that one? We've just figured out that it's not going to be above 1. We know it's going to be below 1, so there's no real need to print anything that goes above 1. That would just be a waste of time. Okay, I think that would just be a waste of time, at least in my head. So 0.94 are very typical. 0.94 and 0.94 are very typical. They seem pretty similar too. I'm being an ass. So let's go back over here. Let's clear this test. Let's go in and change our filament, and we will change our extrusion multiplier to 0.94. This one, and I will save. That's basic Voron PLA. It's the copy we're saving, which is fine. Actually, maybe I should just basic Voron PLA. I will just leave it as the copy. I don't care. I got my filaments are all frigged and messed up in here, anyways. So now they had another configuration. They had a calibration cube. Where was it? Cube. 20 millimeters, standard cube, Voron cube. Let's do a Voron cube. Oh, I like to have the fact they have this. Oh, it's a cute little Voron cube. It's just a little guy. So now that we have the hey, have a good night, Kenneth. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate all your help with everything, and thanks for the name for the printer. I love that name. We're going to go with that, and we're going to work with it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to print this cube. I'm going to leave it at the settings we're at. Oh, no, it doesn't have any infill, or does it? Let's see. What's my infill? I think 15%, 40% sparse. Man, I'm just so not used to this super slicer. Let's do a gyroid infill on it, and I don't think we need any more than 15% infill. Well, 18 on the cube. And perimeters and shell. 5511. We'll leave everything basically as it is, the default for this particular configuration. And my filament's still my 210s. Oh, it's going to take 38 minutes. Perfect, then I can call it a night. I just want to see how this cube turns out. Voron 2.4, Trident Legacy, Southwire, and Voron 0.1. Voron Bumblebee. We're gonna use the Transformer Bumblebee as an image in the back because we're yellow and gold, and then we'll do the clips with black outside and a gold or a gold outside and a black interior on the clips. I like the idea because it's black and yellow, black and gold, black and yellow, whatever you're going to call it, like a bumblebee. It's not as bright as a bumblebee, but hey. Calibration cube, upload. Let's print the calibration cube and we'll call it a night and we'll see how this calibration cube turns out. 20 millimeters, at least we ought to measure it. So we've done the pressure advanced calibration. We've done the extrusion multiplier calibration. So we'll see where we're at, and then we'll continue on the rest of the tuning after. I want to get my clips printed and a few things going. So that bed's got to warm back up to 70. Shouldn't take too long. My nozzle tip is clean. And so far, the Calibrate Z thing is working bang on. I have not had to do a baby step on Z at all. It has been working good. Sticking to this bed beautifully. That's the Wham Bam. That's not quite the right size because I know the beds that you get for this are 305 by 305. This one looks like it's about 290 by 290 or 295, but it works. It works. It's a nice print surface. All the probing happens within it. It doesn't go outside onto the magnet because there's a little bit of magnet showing down the sides, but it's all working good. We'll get this cube and then we'll see how it goes. And we'll call it night. That'll be a nice long stream tonight, and that's it. And then I got to go say goodnight to the wife. I got to say goodnight to Maria. Are you watching, Maria? If you're watching, you got to say hi. Let's see. Brio, back up. And we'll raise you a little bit and get a bird's eye view of this. Well, it's not a bird's eye view, but Voron beds are inches actually. 300 build is a 12-inch square, so closest is 305. But okay, cool. So, for instance, the 250 Trident, if 300 is a 12-inch, 250 is going to be 25%. So 250 12-inch, so we're looking at a 10, 6, so it would be a 9-inch. A 250 Trident would be 9 inches. If my quick non thinking brain math is right, 10 inches. Okay, I was an inch off. If the cube works, then the top and bottom holes fit the bearings used for the printer if you have spares. If this is the same size cube, sort of like that, the bearing fit. Very first cube I ever did, the bearing fit. I didn't have a second bearing, but I don't. iMessage. Hang on one sec. I believe this is 30. Now, this is a 30 millimeter cube, and I think what I'm printing is a 20. But I didn't try this bearing. Legacy is a 9-inch. 350 is 14. So my 254 millimeters. So my Trident's going to be a 254. Did I say that out loud? Oh, maybe I'm getting a Trident. Maybe I'm not. I'm never going to tell. Can I get this bearing out? Come on, get out. Without stabbing myself. There it is. This bearing was too perfect to fit. Just snug. There we go. I didn't try it on the bottom. Oh no, this one, the bottom. This was when we had major squish on the bottom. So the bearing's not going to fit on the bottom of this one. Look at that clicky probe go. That's amazing. And this filament I'm running is Polymaker PLA Red. It's the first time I've ever run Polymaker filament. Boy, it's nice. It prints like butter. Okie doke. Get this done, and then I'm gonna have a bite to eat and relax for the night. Now this should be a perfect first layer again, like I've been getting. Oh boy. For fitment, if you are printing in PLA, the bearings may be off some. Designed with ABS in mind. Okay, yeah. As I say, this fit snug, but the bottom didn't expect it to because of the amount of squish that was on it. Okay, good. We're ready to print. Let's get this cube going. And front left. And we are red, representing heating on the nozzle. Like I remember every freaking color and what it means. Okay. And we are at temperature already. Activate print head. Oh, that was just luck. And purge line looks great. And perfect first layer. Look at that. Let's get this purge line. Yeah, that's just a baby cube. Can I get you closer? Oh, I know how I can get you closer. Hang on. Let's try something. Where'd I put that other camera? Where the heck? Oh, it's way over there. Okay, let's see what this one does. How close can you go? There you go. Now, if you hear that little bit of an odd noise, what it is, it's the vibration from my Lazy Susan board. Because if I put pressure on the board, that noise goes away. Bottom is for a flange bearing. Okay. Okay, makes sense. This is focused on my eyes. My aging eyes. So far, so good looking. I don't think I've ever seen a Voron cube that small. Did it give me an option to print a bigger size cube? I'm curious. Calibration cube. Oh yeah, I could type in the dimension. Oh, I see. I can type in whatever dimension I want. 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I think I might just get liking Super Slicer. You want that purge line code. Oh gosh, I'll have to try and find that. That's going to be in my macro, isn't it? Let's see. Printer config. Let me look at my macros. Print start. Okay, I think this would be it right here. There's a print start. It says status printing, and then it says purging, M117 purging. So this is probably the code right down here. This whole thing, I believe. I don't remember where I got that. That's my purge line. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I can just cut and paste that into the chat, and you can steal it. Let me go there again. Machine printer config. Because above that was just the let's see, was the heating, just the status of heating. Okay, so if I copy and paste that in chat for you, see if this works. It did, although I don't know about the line breaks. Oh, that's funny. It split it into two items in YouTube chat, but it put it all as one item in Twitch chat. Weird. Okay, perfect. Hope that helps. LDO Motors Jason, $20. Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much, Jason. You spilled the beans. Good, good, good. It's only a few people on tonight because this was an impromptu stream. But yes, LDO and Sparta 3D are going to sponsor a Trident 250 for me to build live. Stay tuned and it will be live, just like this one is. This one you're watching print was partially sponsored by LDO Motors as well. And Jason, this is printing beautifully. We're just working on the tuning of it. Thank you very much for that $20, Jason. That's appreciated. This is working beautifully. We threw the clicky probe on it. We've got the stealth burner, the big stealth burner upgrade on it. Everything's working just like it should now. I've got to print the clips for the covers. We are printing That is a Revo nozzle, yes. You get a better view of the nozzle from, let's see, where's my other camera? That is the Revo nozzle. There we go. Right there. Yes, we do. We will print the Steppy for sure. And on the front of this, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but I've got the LDO logo there, and I've got the LDO logo there, and I've got a bunch of them that I'm going to be printing and putting around it. I printed like 30 of them, so yeah. Yeah. Pink nozzle. That's red, actually. It's the lighting. It's red, and the red represents 0.4. I still don't have the colors all figured out, although I know red is 0.4. I believe yellow is 0.25, but I'm not 100% sure. They did their own CW2 design to the house, the PCB toolhead that comes. I did not know that. Yeah, I've got the Steppy mascot files. I think I've got 3 of the Steppy mascot kits to do that. I've got a lot of things to catch up. But yeah, as I said, we're going to print these removable side panel clips. You don't change your toolhead PCB, but with the printed parts, you can do clockwork. Ah, okay, yeah, clockwork too. But this cube is looking really good so far. Look at that one side, how nice that's turning out. And all we've done so far is flow calibration and extrusion multiplier. And I even kept my pressure advance is what we did. I even kept my pressure advance test print. I'm thinking of framing that. The Clockwork 2 head? Yeah, it's well, you mean the one that's on the printer right now? Yeah, and I also put on here, I put the 2-part PCB on the Clockwork 2 head. Ah, you're at Earth now. Good. Thanks for popping in, Jason. I appreciate it, and thank you for the $20. That's very nice. And we'll catch you later, and hopefully I'll see you on some videos from Earth. I wish I could be there. Not in the books this year. That was cool. Came on and spoiled my announcement. No, that's all good. That's cool that he came on and announced that. So I'm looking forward to doing that build. Cool. Yeah, this is looking really good. We are estimated time to finish 21 minutes. Although 18 minutes. I could speed it up, but then that'll interfere with the integrity of the quality of the test. Yeah, I figured you did, but yeah. I didn't want to outright say it because I wasn't sure whether Jason wanted me to, but now I can outright say it. So LDO and Sparta 3D are going to sponsor it, so that's great. So I'm figuring probably sometime in November, early December. Just depends on shipping and all that. And I don't know what color frame or anything, so it'll be a surprise. But as soon as this is tuned up, I'm going to start printing parts. Now it's official, yes. And we'll get this thing printing the parts as soon as I can. Once we get this fully tuned. I really like this camera. Because this camera, the lights on the hot end don't blow it out. And it kind of works, mind you. I can darken this up a little bit too if I wanted. Whoa. So the only other thing I really want to do to this is I want to put a bigger touchscreen on this. Maybe. I'll see. It should be here tomorrow, but I'll see. Reminds me, I got to bring some white filament to my office tomorrow. I need to print some of those ghosts that have been going around. I got to print a couple. I've got a request for a few keychains. So let me get a roll of white filament. Oh, I got lots of white. Lots of white. I have a little bit of a shortage of white filament down at my office, so I'll bring a couple rolls in, print some ghosts, have some there, and then I need to do some more of these white deer for Maria. These are beautiful, except the antlers are so fragile. Well, they're not bad, but they could break easily if dropped. Hmm, 10 o'clock. Well, as soon as this print finishes, we'll be done. I'm almost tempted to print something big overnight and just let it go overnight, even though I'm not fully tuned. What could I print? Oh, maybe I could print a red ghost. Let's see. I can access my work desktop on my phone. It's kind of cool. Just an iCloud Drive thing, desktop. Do I have that Ghost STL on my desktop? Oh boy. Ah, Flexi, happy hollow. Happy hollow. Oh, I thought I put it on my desktop. Mm-hmm. Where the heck is it? Where are you, Ghost? You're hiding. You're Casper. Flexi, Death Racer. Cookie, Cinderwing. Cinderwing? Crystal Dragon, no. Oh, well, that'll. Ah, I know it's here, but I just don't know what I called it. Oh, yeah. Well, what the heck? I know it's on my desktop somewhere. Kraken? No. Huh. I got my LDO logo. Um, RatRig 3.1 parts. Well, isn't that just not the. Doesn't that just. Oh, there it is right there. Ghost keychain ghost. Let me mail them to myself. Email. It's the only way I know to get it. I can't transfer it directly. Because again, I'm not big at this networking stuff. I'd love to be able to get on my computer here, connect to my work computer, desktop, drag and drop files, but not that good at that. DeWitt 3D Canada at gmail.com. Ghost. Send. Use mail drop. It's only 23 megs. I'll use mail drop, but it's only 23 megs. Huh. Too big to email 23 megs, you wimp. Will this one go? 22 megs and you're still too big. Okay. Mail drop's fine. Let's see if it came in. There they are. That didn't take long. Download attachment. Download. Download attachment. Actually, I like the way that works. Download. That's pretty slick. Okay, let me minimize this window for 1 minute. Go to my download folder. There they are. Now if I close my windows there, if I open Super Slicer up again, delete the cube. There we go. So so there he is right there, this little guy. That's the keychain version. So let's see. I believe they said for this small, I could use 0 infill, but 4 perimeters. Let's see. 4 perimeters, 5.5 is fine. I'm not really worried about solid layers. Slicing, 0.2 is fine. Infill, I think they said I could do 0 infill on the small one. Skirt and brim, 2 loops, 10 millimeters out. Oops, let's just go 20. Filament settings will be the same. How long is it going to take you, Casper? 1 hour and 37 minutes. So what I'll do is I will print 4 of them. There we go. Let's print 4 of them. That way I can let it do the work overnight. Although people want white ones, but hey, red ghosts are cool too. And so we're looking 4 hours and 20 minutes. Let's have a look and see. I'm pretty sure I don't need infill. No, because the perimeters take care of it. There's a little bit of solid infill happening anyways. And then there's the legs. Yeah, the legs, all the 4 perimeters are taking care of everything. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and send that over, and we're going to call that Ghost. Get out of all this, Ghosts. Keychains. Upload. Upload file name doesn't end with G code. Oh, I thought it would just automatically put it there. Well, fine. If you want to be that way. Tune in next week when DeWitt makes a Death Racer. You know the funny thing, let me put this camera back on. Funny thing you say that is that I've got Death Racer parts, red and white. I've even got a whole bunch of white track done, and I'm going to do red and white track. But the upgraded version has, these have changed, although these I'll see, but definitely the body. I want to print the two-part body when the bottom comes off to make it easier. This is the same one for my Speed Racer, which I've almost finished, but Speed Racer kind of got put on hold. But yeah, Death Racer parts are already being built, are printed. Oof. Last year, I started the Speed Racer. This has the motors in it. This has a lot of the wiring underneath done. I just haven't printed the driver yet. So this is the Speed Racer minus the driver. So I'm just waiting. I don't know. That's one of those projects I'll finish eventually. And what else? Yeah. Okay. And I don't know if you guys have seen my hot end model that I designed in Fusion 360, and basically it's a take apart, so you can take it apart, see the inner workings of your standard type Creality hot end. Um, and then this comes apart, kind of showing how the PTFE tube comes in, touches your nozzle. Basically, an educational thing to teach people why nozzles clog. The nozzle screws off, and you have your PTFE tube, yada yada yada. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then I also over there have one of a the Micro Swiss hot end as well. Yes. But I'm thinking I should be doing a. I'm thinking I should be doing a Revo hot end model. That'd be cool. That'd be a challenge. Oops, I keep bumping the camera. This is a safer camera to go with anyways right now. I keep bumping into this one. Yeah, the files, Zen, the files right now are on. Stay tuned though. They're right now they're on that paid site. I forget what it's called, but I'm going to move them over. I'm going to put the files, make them available for free on printables.com within the next couple weeks. Yeah, yeah. I may look at trying to do a Revo model. That would be cool. There's a few challenges in there as far as a design aspect because you got the spring. Spring is the biggest challenge. And having a look inside the actual heater core. Let me see. So we have. So basically, we have. Okay, the heat sink, no problem. The heat sink's easy to do. Does that spring come off of that heat sink? I think it does if I just sort of unscrew it off. Yeah. So the heat sink itself, that's simple to model and do a break apart sort of cutaway of. Oh, there is a CAD for the Voron heatsink. Okay. And then of course you have your heater cartridge. If I take this silicone sock off, the heater cartridge, yeah, I mean I could. It's hard to know what's inside this, but I could do sort of a cutaway of it, and I suppose the spring could just be like a little piece of TPU or something. But yeah, I may work on it. I may work on that design. Once my business partner gets back from holidays, I'll have a little bit more time at the office to maybe sit down and whip something out. But I think that'd be cool to do a Revo, a full size Revo model. And again, the nozzle is simple. The nozzle is simple to model. I mean, that's pretty simple stuff. So yeah. Yeah, that's definitely not a 0.4 nozzle that I had in there. This is not labeled, this nozzle. This was a beta. I think this is a 0.6 nozzle. Yeah, but it still works. And the cube is almost done. And I think I'll print those ghosts and let them go overnight. Let's see, what are we at according to Clipper? According to Clipper, we are at. Where is my freaking window? There it is. 96%. A minute and 20 seconds left. It's a good looking cube. Definitely, it will definitely benefit from Input Shaper. Because while right now it's on a platform and there's a fair bit of vibration. So, but when I do Input Shaper, I will be taking it off the platform and sitting it firmly on the bench. Platform is there because I still need to do a little bit of rotating to get my panel clips on, and yeah. We are on the last few top layers. Hey, Dr. Derp. You're just in time for me to shut the stream down in a few minutes. Now I'm going to start one more print, and then I'll shut it down. Then I'm going to go upstairs, have a bite to eat, watch an episode or two of. I'm watching Dahmer, that series that's on. That's kind of creepy, but hey, makes for some good dreams. No, some good nightmares. We did a couple tuning things on this tonight. We did the. It's up. I've watched the first 3 episodes, and it's creepy, but it's good. It's well done. I just hope he doesn't get any. I don't think he will, but hopefully. Oh, he's dead now, isn't he? I don't know. I didn't really follow the news after, but I'm sure in the series we'll find out. Yeah, you think just a little bit, huh? Well, based on the show, he didn't have that good of a family life. His father was a real prick, apparently. Okay, let's back this up. Let's go ahead and pop this off. Let's get a little bit of coolness going on. Well, it just seemed to. Oh, I just blew my deer over. Yeah, I think he's dead now. Okay, so we'll pop that off, pop this back on, and I'm just going to quickly start. That other print. And let's go to Files, Ghost QG Code, and Print. Get that started while we look at this. And if I look at this, wow, that is not a bad looking cube. Again, this could use a little bit of input shaper, but hey. Are we going to focus? There, we're going to focus. Yeah, you can see some, actually the camera's doing some funky things with the side there. There we go, maybe that way. Depending on the angle I hold it up, but hey. Input shaper is going to fix some of those little squigglies you see. There's the bottom. That's on a flat PEI surface. And the top. The glare kills the view. It's as I saw on a stream somewhere too. I mean, you can make any print look good if you hold it at a certain angle, and then also when you get really close up on a camera at a certain angle, you can make any print look really shitty too. I mean, none of these views really represent what I see with my eyes, but one thing I'll check, it's supposed to be 20 millimeters. Let's see what we're doing as far as measurements go. 1997. .11. And on the Z, look at that. 20.08. That's not bad. And then my bearing hole, 9.5. Yeah, that's not bad. That's cute. That is a cute cube. A baby, like there's a difference between a 30 millimeter one. So we have the baby and mama and baby. So yeah, that's pretty good. Again, more tuning to do, but yeah. Input shaper is going to make a massive difference, guaranteed. As I say, this Lazy Susan board that it's on vibrates pretty good. So we'll just watch these ghosts print, and then we'll shut her down. We'll just watch these start. So what I'm running right now, because I don't know if you were here earlier, but we're just printing this guy right here. So these little ghosts that are going around, right? These are the little keychain ones. Here, let me go to 3D view. Yeah, these guys with little feet that pop out. So I have a request for some keychains. I figure I'll do some red ones since I got the red filament on. I tried one today. I tried one of these today at my office on the not the FL Sun. Yeah, the FL Sun SR, and with PET G. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have tried and tried. I've looked, I've researched, blah, blah, blah. But I cannot get PET G to run for the life of me on that printer. It strings like shit. And on this one here, what happened with the stringing, it stringed all through the bottom and it caused major failure. The legs didn't pop out like they were supposed to. So anyways, I kind of said, you know what? That's fine. I'm just never going to run PET G on that printer. It runs great on the Focus, which I have down at my office as well. It runs great on the Vorons here. It runs great on the Prusas. I just cannot get it for the life of me to run on that speed racer. Okay, see you later, Zen. Yeah, I'm just going to get these little guys started and get the first layer down, and then I'm going to call her quits. So if I'm here, I'll see you later. If not, I'll talk to you and I'll see you another night. Really, I should be printing my clips so I can get my flipping sides on, but I don't feel like changing filament right now. Call me lazy. Call me lazy, but we're going to get these ghosts going. These are so cute. And then I'm going to do a big one. I want to do like a 300 or 400% one. Actually, I should fire up the rat rig and do one, 400 millimeters tall. That'd be so cool. Stick it outside my door at Halloween. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, once this mesh is done, you'll have 100 questions soon, probably. Fair enough. You know where to find me. I'm bound to be on again prior to my Sunday stream. Hey, Mark. Just in time for me to quit the stream, Mark. Look at you. And what are you doing up so late? It's 12:25 where you are. Jeez. We're just going to start these guys, and then we're gonna call it quits. Just passing through and saw me on again. Yeah. I tend to come on in the evenings now when Maria and Ethan go to bed, and it's either I can't go to bed early. It just doesn't work for me. Before 11, it's really tough for me, and so I it's either watch a TV show and do nothing, or come down here and do something, I guess, what you want to call productive. Okay, let's get these ghosts started. You're usually up late? Yeah. I can stay up till midnight, no problem. If 6 or 7 hours of sleep for me, I'm okay. It's when I go to bed late and I have trouble sleeping. 3 to 4 a.m. Holy crap, what time do you get up? How much sleep do you go on? Everybody's different for sleep, though. I'd rather have 5 hours of quality sleep than 8 hours of on and off sleep. Oh, so you still get 6 or 7 hours of sleep. That's good. Obviously, you do shift work. Your sleep is trash. For the most part, mine is too. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to grab, I don't know, am I the only one that pulls the purge line off? There we go. And again, beautiful. Perfect first layer on this because of that clicky probe and the Calibrate Z. 4 ghosts coming up. That's a bad angle. I really need this camera up here. I really need to do that. Actually, hang on. Speaking of that, I've got this camera. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's put this camera into action. Hang on. Let's see. Ooh, hang on. It's a funky. There we go. We can go like that. We can go like that. We can brighten it up a bit. And if I focus, and if I even do that, you might even be able to see what's going on. I keep forgetting I have this camera sitting right here. This is kind of my overhead mobile. There we go. Although it's kind of funky, I can actually turn this like this and get this more of an angle like that. And then you can, oh, that's much better. Look at that. See, why don't I use this more? See, you see on this camera, this is a camera. It's on an arm mounted to my desk, but this arm can go up, so it's an overhead camera, or I can move it around and manipulate it any way. So it kind of eliminates the need for this one, and almost eliminates the need for this one. I've got too many, honestly. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hooked up right now, and honestly, that's too many sometimes. But yeah, this is much better. I think I can get a little closer. There we go. Just watching Aneem. You usually go to bed about now. Okay. So you're getting 6 or 7 hours as well then. You need to find a mounting setup strong enough for your DSLR. Oh gosh, I saw who did a video recently. Was it Thomas Sandler or was it? It was one of the big guys. was either Maker's Muse, Thomas Sadler, or was it? Anyways, they had it's like a boom arm that you 3D print, massive, lot of pieces, and complicated, but a boom arm you print for your camera, and you can move it anywhere. It's really cool. I should try and find that. Oh, these are going to print beautifully compared to what I tried to do today. I'm never printing PETG on that printer again, ever. Mind you, it's the only white filament I had too, so. Let's see. Not quite focused. There we go. That's the only, I won't call it even a downfall of these little cameras I have. They're manual focus. They don't autofocus, but it's nice because once I get it pinned in on the focus just like that, they don't search in and out, in and out. It stays on what I want it focused on. Most applications are too expensive, yeah. Yeah, the camera's shaking from the vibration of the printer because the printer is vibrating the table because the Lazy Susan is vibrating the whole table. You want to use your DSLR for soldering streams and other stuff. You need to get really up close, yeah. I don't have a DSLR anymore. The closest I have is my Sony one right up here. It's an A5100. That's a micro. No, I don't know if that's a micro four thirds or what it is, but that's my main camera right there. And the rest are all just little mobile cameras. Okay, I think those ghosts are going to print nicely. Okay, I see what's going on here. I'm going to do that. Okay. There we go. Yeah, they're going to work. Actually, this on it tilted on an angle like this. How close can I bring this in? I'm just curious. Sorry about the... I'm just kind of curious if I can get this in really close without interfering. And I can. Look at that. There we go. That's a good view. And it almost looks like the head's going to hit the camera, but that's the beauty of zoom. Cool. And then what I do is with the magic of OBS Studio, we open this and we take this. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we are. And we do this, and we do this, and we do this, and then we do this, and we have a couple views. Because this way you can see the kind of the, put that up there out of the way of the print, and we can make that big. There we go. I like that. Cool. Audio is out of sync. Yeah, I'm shutting her down shortly anyways, now that these ghosts are printing. I think with audio being out of sync, I believe now in OBS Studio, I can just go click on my SM58 mic. If I double click it, oh no, I can't. Oh yeah. Usually I have to restart OBS when the audio gets out of sync. That's just because I got too much stuff hooked up. I'm going to actually end up unhooking a camera or two. I just talked myself into the fact that this camera here, that's showing this view here, is a much more versatile camera than I give it credit for. It's the one I should be using for all my close-ups. Look at those babies print. I'm going to have 4 little ghostly keychains when I wake up in the morning. Anyways, we're done. It's 10:30 at night. Oh, let's turn off those case lights. They're pretty blinding, aren't they? I don't need to leave those on all night. Case lights off and ready. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, sure. Out of sync, out of sync, out of sync. And I don't really need to leave the, yeah, I guess the LEDs last forever. I don't need to turn the LEDs off, do I? No. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody that's stuck around with me, and it's great. We're making some great progress on this thing, slowly but surely. So I know, don't call me Shirley. And we will catch all you guys on the next stream. Who knows when I'm going to pop on again, but thank you, everybody. And the news is out, of course, now that we are building a Trident 250 sponsored by LDO Motors and Sparta 3D. So hopefully that's going to happen in late November, early December. We'll see, depending on shipping. So thanks, everybody, and we will catch hang on, we got more chats happening. See you on Saturday, probably. Yep. And I will. Okay, thank you, everybody, and we'll catch everybody. There we are. Later. Bye for now. Stay safe.